Good morning. Welcome to Studio Jedi Livestream. This is Rory Jedi, Matt Holzman here. It is January 2nd, 2022. New Year's underway. No denying it now, it's here. And we're hoping for better things. Let's, I think last year it was like threat of World War III already this time of year. So I think we're already doing better. Working on the Sith girl here today. Going to be doing her upper body armor, giving her new. I believe she gets new pauldrons, and I think she's going to get some expanded forearm armor, some gauntlet pieces. I think she gets an expanded rib cage plate. And then she gets a belt, which I've already kind of, just because it was something I didn't quite know how it was going to work out, I've already kind of sort of assembled it, and I don't know if it's going to look good or not. But I think I'm going to try to get that in there. I'm using an alternate piece that is not in this instruction. This instruction allows for the armature to go on the back, and they actually supply an alternate piece that gives you a peg, or a receiver rather than a peg. So instead of attaching the armature, I might be able to attach the sash there that I've been wanting to attach. So when we get to that step here in just a moment, I'll have to see if I can make that work. But I think that might actually look pretty good on there. So let's go ahead and get into that. Looks like the first thing we're going to be doing is adding this ribcage armor, which is piece B, 3, and 4. On this runner. So I'm already kind of set up and ready to go. I'm a little further ahead of the game today than I was yesterday, a little bit more organized. All my parts are here. Well, I had all my parts out yesterday, but I kind of have them a little bit more. It kind of took a minute to look and figure out what I wanted to do. I've got a coffee. We're already ahead of the game where we were yesterday. So, excuse me. We went and got our second COVID booster shot there on Thursday, and I'm actually a little more sore with the second one than I was with the first one, which that part wouldn't bother me, but I've been getting swelling in my glands, and they did warn me that would happen. I'm getting swelling here, which really kind of hurts. I don't know if that's affecting my voice at all or not, but it's not pleasant, and I've actually got one right on my collarbone, right there. That's not a fun one. And then it's like I'm growing a third breast underneath my left armpit. So, it's fair warning for those of you who haven't gotten that done yet. That might happen to you. They say it's perfectly normal. I don't know how normal it is for your glands to swell up on the regular. Like, I don't usually, even when I'm sick, I don't get that bad. Even when I'm sick, I'm still sick, but yeah, it's not the point. Anyway, moving on. I'm just going to clean up some of these little nubs here on these little parts. Something that's kind of on my mind, because it's something that happened last night. I've been playing this mobile game called Figure Fantasy since it came out. It's been not quite 2 months, maybe it's been 2 months. It's not been out that long. My concept of time is kind of skewed with this whole being sick and missing work and returning to work and not really keeping track of the days or hours or that much time going on. But anyway, I've been playing since day one, so pretty much one of the OGs in the game. Somebody not from my regular server, I guess it allows for cross-server play, so I had somebody that I didn't recognize in my chat threads show up yesterday, and they're clearly someone who pays to play the game, and you've got nothing against that, and you enjoy the game your way, right? Like that's what games are for. You enjoy them as you see fit. But I had done a good series of polls across a couple different. There's only 2 banners going right now, so I only did the 2 banners, but I did about 62 polls on the gotcha system, and I didn't really get anything. Like I got total crap. I think I got 2 gold duplicates of characters that I don't run with. They're not particularly great characters. I'm not fans of them. At higher levels they might be worth something, but where I'm at right now, I'm kind of stuck. And the only way to progress right now in gameplay, for me anyway, is to increase the star level of my characters, so that I can increase their levels. So I'm kind of capped out at their current levels. Like I can't get them any higher, and until I do, I can't beat enemies because the enemies are higher level than me. So it's it's a cycle, and with most free-to-play games, it's something that in time, with idling and whatnot, you can get there, and that's something that just takes its time, right? Well, I understand this, and I'm totally accepting of the concept of a free-to-play game not handing out the exact same rewards as it hands out to somebody who's not playing free-to-play. And while they say that that's not legal or acceptable or whatever, that's, that they can't actually do that. Those rules not only apply really in America, and if your game is not based in America, you don't have to abide by those rules. But it's a skewed concept. If you're buying into chances to roll for something, maybe that sticks out a little too far. Maybe I'm not going to run the belt. Let's see. It's kind of out there a ways, eh? Nothing else on the back. That's going to look kind of strange to me. Maybe I won't do that. I like the concept of the belts, but if I don't have a way to get that in there closer. See if I can just get the sash on. I really like the sash. And maybe I can apply it to the side over here. I don't mind it on the side. It actually kind of helps flow the skirt a little bit. And then there'll be armor on the right side, I believe. Yeah, I can do that. We'll give her that asymmetrical look. She doesn't have to be, because I do think I want this belt. Let's see if I can get that on there now. I believe it goes with the hole up. No, it goes with the hole down. Okay. But anyway, and admittedly, this person is paid over $1,000 on a free-to-play mobile gacha game, and while I have to question that person's spending habits, that's their choice, right? And that's not, I can't really judge them on it, but it just seems a little excessive. But anyway, the point I'm getting to here is that as a free-to-play player and as a pay-to-win player, we're playing the same game, but it's not the same game. It's 2 different games. There's, obviously they have more opportunities for more rolls, which can advance them faster. They have more opportunity for more upgrade materials because they're buying into those things. And it's not a jealousy thing. It's not an issue of, oh, they have more opportunity, therefore I'm upset. It's an issue of they're telling me in the chat that I need to get better, that I need to get better pulls, and I need to do this and that. And what they don't understand is without buying the things that they're getting, they wouldn't have the opportunities in the same way. They're like, oh, your team sucks, like you need to get 3-star this person, and and it's like, well, that's great. I hear what you're saying, and I get that my team isn't great, but I'm working with what I've got, and I can't afford to spend more money or any money at this point with the way things are going to increase my chances to get better draws, to upgrade my characters. So I'm stuck kind of where I'm at until the idle allows me to move forward, or the game does a reset where they dumb down the enemies, which is something that they have said that over time the levels will scale down because they're trying to pace certain players. But I was called ignorant for, I know how to play the game. I've been playing this whole time. Something that is beyond my control, the RNG of the drop for the gacha system, is not something it's not like I can log in and be like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get this particular character today. That's not, it's not something that I have anything that I can do to change. So, I'll save up. I'll do as many pulls as I can on a banner. Obviously, the more pulls you do at once, the better your chances of seeing success. Usually, sometimes they have a pity system that if you do 30 pulls and you don't get something, they'll give you something, to kind of make you feel better about the fact that you just wasted 30 pulls and didn't get anything. Because, it's all about the game wants you to continue playing it, and the more you play it, the more likely you are to spend money. It's logistics. It makes sense. But again, when you do those pulls, and even when you get the pity pulls, which I did, I got 2 pity pulls last night. One was for a character that I did have, and she's a decent character later on down the line. But I only have one of her currently. So even getting a second one, merging them together, still does not put her at a higher level than any other character I already have, or at a higher star level than any other character that I have. So it didn't help me. It doesn't help me to advance. I'm still stuck where I am because I can't progress that individual further. And I ran into this, a week or so ago with my main team. I had a character that was basically stuck at a previous tier. So there's a purple tier, a gold tier, a pink tier, and then a red tier. Very few red tiers. In fact, the only people who seem to have red tiers are people who've spent a lot of money on the game, who've reached level 280, and they're either streamers or they've just got money to blow because they're spending it like crazy and they're getting all these rewards. And this is what I mean. Like, they don't actually have any clue what the game is like for people who don't have that ability. And so when they're saying, oh, you need to do this, you need to get this character, you need to do that, the concepts are there. Like, yeah, I understand you. I hear what you're saying. I agree that I would love to have those characters, but I don't. So until I get them, I can't do the things you're saying to do. And so they're like, well, look, I've spelled it out for you. I can't make it any clearer. And it's like, I can't make it any clearer. You don't seem to understand or grasp the concept. What you're asking me to do is beyond my capabilities. I cannot feasibly do the thing you're asking because I don't have those opportunities. And I know there's situations like that in life. Like, we talk about things like white privilege and systematic racism, where certain opportunities aren't available to certain people or certain classes of people. And while I've never experienced one or the other, I've never had, just because my skin is white, I've never had the same kind of opportunities toward me as an Ivy League doctorate's child. I grew up with a single mom in a bad neighborhood. Like, I got to go to school, sure. It wasn't a great school. It was an okay school, but the curriculum was stupid. I was always ahead of the curriculum. I went and sought out my own knowledge, and that caused me problems because I had a problem with respect for authority due to issues with parental figures. I never really had a father figure that ingrained on me and made me want to respect somebody. Without really getting into it, it's hard to explain the circumstances, but basically anyone who was male and in a position of authority over me was somebody that I automatically detested right off the hop. I didn't get along with my male teachers. I didn't, I argued a lot. I fought back. And that's just something that, as a result of my environment, is a fight or flight. Like, that's how I grew up. So I just completely lost my tangent because I went off here. Oh man. Oh right. So I didn't like have a mentor that could take me under their wing and show me the opportunity for more ropes. For more advancements. It's, by the time I was 17, I was 16. I turned it around when I was 17. By the time I was 17, I was doing stupid shit. I'd pretty much done as much partying as, most 25-year-olds. I'd gotten into a lot of shit. Like, I wasn't in trouble with the law. I'm always managed to avoid that. But I had no outlook. I ended up joining the military because that was the only thing that was there for me. And I got let a recruiter get into my head and tell me that I was basically worthless and that I couldn't go anywhere in life without some sort of opportunity. So, that ended up being a bunch of bullshit. And I ended up not staying in the military. But that's a story for another day. I'm where I'm at today because I've worked hard to get here. Nothing's really ever been handed to me. I've done everything for myself. I've struggled, and I've been homeless. I've been at the bottom of the barrel. I've been staring myself down in a mirror, tripping out on substances. I won't list them, but I'm better for it now. Those experiences made me who I am today. They've shaped the person I've become, and I'm proud of who I am now. Looking back 20 years ago, I might not have been so proud of who I am today. I might have, hated the person that I was going to become because that's, that person doesn't have fun. That person doesn't party or do stupid shit. But that person's much better for it. So, where I'm at today is a great spot, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. But when somebody calls me ignorant, it really sets me off. It's not something I take kindly to. So I kind of had some issues there, and I kind of lost it in the chat because I got two different people at that point telling me, one person that's having some obvious English translation issues, but they're doing their best, is telling me what I need to do to advance and what I need to do to, that I need to save up and I need to idle. And it's like, dude, I know these things. Like, you're not telling me something I don't know. Like, I've been playing this game just as long as anyone else. In fact, longer than some. Not a lot of people were there on day one. And, like, while I appreciate the advice, while I appreciate the attempts to try to help a player that is perceived as maybe not grasping things or whatever, it's a great community for that. I don't appreciate being, treated like I'm an idiot or a child or that I'm doing something wrong when it is something that is beyond my control. So I didn't have a good time last night, and it's kind of set me off a little bit. It's obviously something that's bugging me enough that I want to talk about it in my stream. So I do apologize to anyone who's watching this and is like, man, like this guy really got, annoyed or whatever. Let's see. Where is this going to go? I guess it's going to go... It needs to leave that hole open, doesn't it? Or does it cover the hole? I think it covers the hole. There it goes, right there. And then there's going to be a cap, which I don't have yet. I got to go get, which is on use. Oh, it's not even a cap. It's a clear effect part. Nice. So use 7. So I got to build 2 of these. I should have been cutting them out along the way, but this is one I didn't really want to screw up. I don't want to have too many parts in front of me. And then what's the other part? It's C. So it's this guy right here. C. So yeah, I mean, I haven't even logged in this morning. I just kind of, I don't know, maybe I need to take a little break from the game because I did 62 pulls yesterday. I got two kind of crappy, they were gold, they were pity. It was the, I think her name is Yuna. She's got like a red ball cap. She's a fighter style. But I've only ever gotten one of her before, so it doesn't help me. Like, I can't advance with that pull. And then I got the little turtle shell girl. It's the first one of her I've had. And again, 1-star gold, I can't use her. She's useless to me. So, and I mean, I've done all my dailies. I've done all the special events. I've done the baseball game. The current one, I think I'm on my 7th or 8th go around the board. I completed the Ember event. I completed the other event that was just done for Zan. I've got all the stuff in my room, all of the castles and crap. And, and I do enjoy the game. I have been having fun with it. But But yeah, it just really kind of took the wind out of my sails there yesterday to have to deal with that. And yeah, so I ended up contacting the person who called me an ignorant and was like, hey, look, like, you got to understand, like, you're calling me ignorant. You don't have a clear understanding. Obviously, you've been spending money on the game, so things are easier for you to do. Like, yeah, you're at chapter fucking 20-8 or something, and you're talking about being stuck now too, so you're gonna have to spend more money to advance. Well, I'll get there eventually, and I won't have to spend the money, so that's whatever. But at the same time, like, I'm stuck where I'm at right now, and all I did, like, honestly, all I did was make the comment that, like, hey, like, I did 62 pulls across 2 different banners. I got crap rolls. Like, this sucks. You know, like, my luck is garbage. You know, 2022 isn't really shaping up to be better yet. You know, kind of a joke. And they just kind of started, fucking 3 different people were going. One person said something and then kind of walked away, and I was okay with that. Like, they were like, hey, you know, like, your luck sucks. Sorry about that. You know, just keep trying, keep playing, do some idling. You'll get there. And I'm like, yeah, well, thanks, man. Like, I already know that. But, yeah, I appreciate, you know. But, yeah, the 2 that were just... The one guy, I think he was trying to be helpful. It's just because I think of the translation error. It came across a little bit more rude. And he even said, like, hey, I'm sorry if this comes off rude. Like, I'm not trying to be rude. The other guy was just right under my skin. Guy, girl, whatever they were. I don't really know. They're running with a female emblem. But I'm gonna lean towards saying that they weren't a female. Just, I don't know too many females that rude, especially when it comes to something like a mobile gacha game. Maybe they do exist, maybe they are out there, maybe I'm generalizing, but usually there's a little bit more compassion with females than there is with males. And I wasn't even looking for compassion. I was just looking for, like, hey, ha ha ha, sorry about your luck, you know. Like, that was it. So but anyway, yeah, off on that tangent. That was, you know, again, like I said, it was obviously something that bothered me enough that I felt like you need to say something. I mean, people are like that, you know. They want to ruin the things you enjoy, I guess, for whatever reason, or maybe translation just gets lost on text and people assume the worst. I don't really know, but yeah. So here we are. We're working on the armor, and I think that sash is going to go there. I got the belt on. Liking how that looks. This will probably be a relatively short stream as I'm just doing the armor, and then I'll be... So this actually goes on the bottom side. It goes like... Wow, that is a tiny... All that holds that on is that tiny little peg. Oh, but it gets compressed with the side pieces here. C18 and 19. Which of these two? Wow, they're kind of off on the side, eh? All right. And I might, I don't remember who I was talking to. I think it was my buddy Tim. Or maybe it was somebody in stream. You know, I think it was somebody in stream yesterday, who may have been my buddy Tim in disguise. Was saying I actually got to start playing the algorithm game if I want to get more viewers and stuff. I got to, like, start tagging my videos and showing YouTube that I'm trying to draw people in if I want more people here. Like, yesterday was a lot of fun. I had 3 people in the chat. It was a great chat. It was a great build session, and, you know, obviously I'm back here today. We don't have anyone yet, and that's fine. I know Sushi Specter's been wanting to join, and I did tell her today I'd be on a little earlier than I was yesterday, and they were expecting to as well. So I did see them online late in the evening yesterday, so maybe they stayed up late and they've decided to sleep in today, which is whatever, it's fine. You know, you can always catch a video. It sounds like she watched the one yesterday. She kind of gave me some crap for mentioning her on stream. Haha, I done it again. Nah. I don't think she really cares, but think what was it? She said something about calling her out on the thing about the voice. It's all good. It's all in fun. What the hell? How does this go on here? Am I not looking at it right? Okay, the little... there we go. It goes this way, doesn't it? No. How do you go in there? What am I doing wrong here? Okay, so it faces this way. This one goes this way. Right? That's how it looks. 2 nubbies right there. Aha! Come on. Wow, that is a tight fit. There we go. And then you... Okay. Now this actually goes... How does this go on her? So I kind of know. So you go facing upwards, so that way. Okay. So I'll actually replace these black parts on the arms. As much as I'd like to use them both... Wow, that is on there. Now there's usually not enough shank to do that, and that would really elongate her arms anyway. So... Is that going to get in the way of the cowl? No. That might, though. Let's see. No, and in fact, that actually helps hold the cow still. Nice. Very nice. All right, now about the other side. I gotta do the other one yet. Okay. So let's repeat all of that all over again. This time we'll just cut everything off the trees first. Now that we know what we're doing. Ooh, a little Ani DeFranco. Oh no, is that... Okay, it's at least showing. Sometimes the applet doesn't work right if the Winamp's not up in the front view. Yeah, I use Winamp. Aha. Let's see. Yeah, you probably wouldn't know that by the scroll. I think we've reached that point in the stream where I don't have anything else to talk about at the moment, so I'm just going to shut up and build. Maybe this is the part that everyone waits for. There's some controversy about the song that actually is directed at Melissa Etheridge for being not as honest about her sexual orientation as she is or claims to be. Why are they giving me... Oh, okay. No. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's right. The same runner was used for the feet. I was wondering why there was an extra set of joints on here. I'm going, what is this for? Actually, first heard this album when I was working as a dishwasher at a little restaurant called Restaurant Nonpareil in Oakdale, California. One of our cooks there, his name was Tim, drove this old blue, I want to say it was an International, or maybe it was a Range Rover, but it was old. It was like a 60s model, blue, beat-up, ugly thing. He had inherited from his dad when his dad passed away, and he drove this thing, and it's just he's an interesting guy, you know. He was quiet, kept himself, did his job, and I heard the music, and I just like the raw emotion of Ani and her acoustic guitar, and just giving her like almost like hardcore rock, but folk music kind of. I didn't know she was lesbian at the time. Not that it really makes any difference, but in retrospect, I've often gone back and wondered, because she caters. She's liked by a certain group of people, and it may have really been my first contact experience with the LGBT community in a way that was a positive. I've actually been to Ani's concert, saw her live, and what a show that was. She was awesome. And I'm not 100% sure if her dad is a famous violinist or not, as the DeFranco name is fairly, well known. But it's one of those things where you hear the music and you go, man, I really like that. It's a great song, or it's something about that. It just really gets me. So I went out and bought the album. Like I said, I've seen her in concert, and it was a cool experience. Like I worked there for about, I want to say, a good 5 years, with a little hiatus when I went off to South Carolina for a year. But I was there when they opened the doors at the restaurant. I was there when they closed the doors at the restaurant. It's where I learned, I got my passion for cooking, my love to want to cook. A lot of my recipes are variants from things that I picked up there. Had a chef, Chef Dave, actually promoted me to cook. That's an interesting story. Let me have a sip of coffee, I'll tell you that one. So, I became the full-time dishwasher when the dishwasher quit. And while dishwasher is not a prestigious job, I had originally been hired as a busser. So, I was only getting, it was an after-school job, I was only getting part-time hours as a busser. And as I'd said previously, my upbringing, single parent family, we struggled to make ends meet quite frequently. So I actually started working at the age of 13, working for my grandma, helping her dry cleaners. And then at 14, I was working at a pallet construction yard, making pallets and chopping banding and running forklift, doing some things. At 14, I probably shouldn't have been doing. At 15, I got my driver's license. Actually got special provision to get my license early, and had it so that I could drive to work in Modesto to go work at the SOS Club for banquet serving. So that's where I started busing. And then when Restaurant Nonpareil opened, they were looking for people, and so I put in an application, got picked up right away. And so started out bussing tables. And then a position came open in the kitchen. At the time, Craig was the chef, and he's like, "Hey, look, man, like I know it's not the best thing in the world, but it's more hours for you. I know you guys are struggling. Like, if you wanna come in and work, he's like, I know you got school and that's important, but if you want to come in right after school and work basically until 11 o'clock at night in the kitchen, I can get you 8 hours a day. You can work 40 hours a week." So I did. That's what I started doing. I was doing dishwashing full time. And then when it was slow in the kitchen, because I had an apron, I could easily just toss the apron off and go upstairs and I could help bus. So I was actually kind of working 2 jobs at the same time there. Oh, hey, Generalist is back. How's it going, buddy? What's up? Because you need to articulate movement. What? Sorry, you lost me. I didn't even see it there. I got a little window blocking the text until just now. I just happened to glance up to see the word movement on my screen. Well, what is that? And welcome back, by the way. Thank you for joining. Where was I? So I was bussing and I was dishwashing, and one day it was a Saturday. I came in on a Saturday, and I was doing dishes, and Craig had been let go. This only happened a few days earlier. Craig had gotten fired for swatting flies with a spatula and then using that same spatula to stir the sauce. It wasn't something I had ever saw him do before. But once I heard he'd been doing that, I was like, oh man, what a fiend. Like, that's not cool. So I'm sure some people were getting a little extra protein in their food. It's kind of gross. But anyway, so Dave had taken over. And Dave was an interesting guy. He's actually kind of spurned my love for Metallica. He played heavy metal music. He fucking got me into Metallica, got me into Megadeth. He drove a Honda. What the hell was it? It was a bike, and I want to say it was a Hurricane. I think that's what it was called. It was silver. He's just everything about this guy, for a kid who grew up with shitty role models and bad dads, stepdads, a line of them. Here's a guy that, he was cool. Everything about him was cool, and I, we became friends, and he was teaching me little things while I was in the kitchen, like, hey, here's how you do this, here's how you do, here's how you hold a knife, like, hey, I need your help over here, can you chop some lettuce, can you wash the lettuce? So I was getting into doing a little bit of prep cooking, and, but primarily my job was dishwashing, so I wasn't much over there. So one day he comes up to me and he's like, hey man, like, I hate to ask you this, but they came and got the dumpster today, and it's really fucking nasty. Like, it stinks so bad out there, and like, that's the parking lot. That's the first thing people smell when they come to the restaurant is this nasty, stinking, garbage bin. While it's empty, do you mind grabbing some bleach and scrubbing it out? And, as shitty as that sounds, like to think that somebody's asking you to do that, I was 15, 16 at the time, and that's what was asked of me. And, my friend's asking me to do something, or, he's in a position of authority, but, he treats me more like a friend than a subordinate. So I'm like, yeah, man, no problem. I can do that for you. So I grab a, 5-gallon bucket full with water and bleach, grab a scrub brush, fucking jump in there, just start going to town. I'm about halfway done, and he comes out, and he's like, hey, man, what are you doing? I go, do what you told me. He's like, I was kidding. Like, it was a joke. I was like, oh, well, you shouldn't ask me to do it then. Like, I'd do anything for you. He's like, you know what? He's like, you're not washing dishes no more. I go, what? He goes, go home. Go home right now, get changed, put some clean clothes on, come back. You're my new prep cook. I was like, what? He didn't even ask the boss, the manager on it. He's like, anyone can wash fucking dishes. Like, we'll get through the next couple days, but you're not doing dishes no more. You're my prep cook. So, boom. Then I started cooking. And, I was making lasagna, I was making bread, I was making steaks, burgers. Like, I didn't quit school, but I pretty much went to school on like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and I was there for lunches every day. Like, I'd go into school, I wouldn't even actually go to like class specifically. I would go to the teacher and be like, hey, I'm not going to be here today, I need the assignments, I'm out. And they were all pretty good about it. Like, it was a small town, so everyone kind of knew my mom, knew my situation. But when I went to graduate, my senior year, because you got to do like this checkout thing where you go to all your teachers and they sign off that you passed their class or you failed their class or whatever. And then the last person you got to visit is the attendance lady at the reception. And she basically signs off that, you completed X number of days of school. And she looks at me and she goes, you've missed 63 days of school this year. And she goes, and I hate to do this to you, but I legally can't let you graduate. So what do you mean you can't let me graduate? She says, well, you have to be here a certain number of days or you can't graduate. I says, well, I got all A's. I got A's and B's in all my classes. Like, there's no reason I can't graduate. She's like, yeah. So she's sitting there for a few minutes and she looks at me and she goes, you know what? Your mom and I go way back. She goes, and if you ever tell anyone about this, I'll deny it. But I'm going to go ahead and sign off. And so she did. And now I'm telling her about it. So you know what? She can deny it. And I just lost the thing that was in my hand. Like, both pieces just flew out of my hand somewhere. Awesome. Suck. This happened yesterday. I dropped something into the void and it just disappeared. I'm working with a gray piece and I'm on top of concrete. So, that makes it really easy to find. Where is... Holy crap, it is straight up just gone. I put the stupid little pin in upside down. Listen for the sound of the rolling chair going crunch. Man. Okay, I'll be back. I swear this is like a normal occurrence on stream, it seems like these days. Just gone. Oh, there's part of it right there. Where's the other part? Avoid the Evertaker. Yeah, no kidding. You'd think, like I said, with it being on concrete, it'd be a lot easier to find a piece, flat surface, something sticking up, but, yeah, no. Well, whoever lived here before decided it'd be a good idea to do a lot of painting without a drop cloth, and they've made it, very spotty underneath me. So like if I'm looking for something gray and they've used gray, of course, it's, oh, is it that? Nope, that's a spot on the floor. They've got red, they've got gray, blue, yellow, green. Like I get messy as an artist too, but I usually take precautions to make sure that I don't make a mess everywhere. Okay, so that's built and it's proper now. Okay, back to this. Where are we at? This on that way. Okay, here we go. Back on track. Upside down? No, that's right side. I just built this 2 seconds ago, and all of a sudden now I can't figure out how to put it back together. I know that goes on there. No, that's too... I'm upside down, that's why. Aha! Maybe the coffee isn't working. What's wrong with me? Oh, shit. That's really in there tight, isn't it? So anyway, I will expand on that conversation we were having there yesterday. Are you, like, have you ever built models before? You were wondering about what would be a good kit to start with. You ever built, like, a car model or anything? Like, have you any experience, or even Legos? I mean, really, it's following instructions and building what you see, so it's not really rocket science. But I'm just asking that question because I don't know how familiar you are with different grades. Like there's snap fit, and then there's ones that you have to glue. And so far, most of the Kotobukiya and Bandai kits that I've dealt with have all been snap fit. Like, you don't really have to glue anything. It does help sometimes to glue the occasional piece if it's not quite fitting right, or if it wants to, well, if it's not fitting right, there's probably something wrong. You should look into that. But sometimes you got like a tiny piece that just, you know, it's held in by a tiny little peg, and it's nice to just put that on there permanently so it doesn't fall out and you lose it. Actually, one of the last kilts I built, which was the Aikawa, had this, she's got a shoulder blade piece that just barely fits into her shoulder blades, like in between, and anytime you move her arms, it wants to go popping off, and it's a stress fit, so it's just kind of compressed in there, and it's kind of under pressure, so it'll go rocketing off. And I've lost it now twice, where I've had to spend some time looking for it, and I've even gone as far as to consider trying the trick where you get the vacuum with the pantyhose. And okay, that's not right. What's going on here? Is this? That's this side. That's why. Come on. Keisher was actually able to send me that link, but he sent it to me via PM, and I don't know if it's something that I can post in the chat or not, or if the thing's just not allowing for links to be posted, or maybe it doesn't allow members to post so they can't come in and like spam advertisements for other things in a person's stream. Could see somebody doing that. I think actually Burger King had a campaign. I remember watching something on Film Theory, Game Theory, maybe, must have been Game Theory, where there were streamers playing, I want to say PUBG or Fortnite, and Burger King was coming on to the streams and offering $5 coupons for people, and like advertising their products on the stream by donating a burger to the streamer. And it was like the legalities of it, and while it's not exactly illegal to do, it's kind of bad form, bad business practice, and making people, you know, I'd be a little upset if someone just came into my stream and was like, hey, to hell with this guy, like, come check out our stuff. But at the same time, I mean, hey, the more people show up my stream, the happier I am about that too. Well, honestly, it doesn't make that much a difference. All right, we have the armor complete. I can put that back together. Definitely liking this red with this maroon armor. Liking how that came out. The cowl is a little obstructive with the armor here, so I might have to do something a little different if I want her to be wearing the armor. Oof. It is really in the way on this side, isn't it? The way the cowl sits down. Woo. There you go. Just got to get it in such a way that it's, there we are, not hitting the cowl. Okay, now so that's that. Oh no, we've got our glaives on the, where are those at? Is that it? It's just C6. There's no part add-on for that? There's no clear effect or anything? Guess not. Alright. I have some gold buttons I can, little 3mm buttons I could put on, or I could cut a little piece of runner and polish it up, put it on there. Then we've got our side skirt armor, which I think I'm just going to do the one side. Ooh. That doesn't need anything special, does it? It needs an S, 1 and 2. And should need a clear effect, yeah. I'm only doing the one, right? Yeah. So I don't need that one, but I do need this right here. Enough a K. So I always save my clear effect runners just because you never know. You can always use them for mono eyes. Like they send stickers with Zaku kits or Federation kits from Bandai, and they're usually a mono eye kit, so they just have one eyeball in the center, and it's usually like a red dot, and they'll give you a sticker for that, like a metallic. And really, all you got to do is just drill out a hole where the eye should go, the same size as the runner. You can even go slightly smaller and just kind of sand it a little bit to make it so it fits nice and snug. And then you just cut your piece, hold on to the end of it, file the end down, make it nice and round, give it a nice, like a bubble kind of effect. It's like this particular piece on the U, it already has one, so you could actually nip around there and just kind of clean that up and then give it a light sand. And then when you whether you use nail polish or something high gloss clear, just put that over the end of that thing, let it dry, and then slide your peg in, cut it to the back to fit in the depth that you want it to sit, and you've got a shiny little red eyeball. And then if you ever do like the LED kits, you can actually add an LED in to make that glow. So that's a way to step up your build game with that doesn't really, it doesn't cost you really anything. And makes it a little bit more unique to you. S4 and S2. And then this kit comes with alternate, and I don't know where you would use that on this kit. I don't know what you would put there. But she comes with alternate thigh segments, so you can actually put the upper thigh in here to attach the lower thigh, and then it'll give you a 3mm peg to attach a different kind of armor if you so wanted to. It won't work with these particular legs, but it would work on the Jedi. I just don't know what you would put on there to do that. It'd be kind of, maybe you could add another little bow, or I could add a little piece of fabric cloth, like a little sash, I guess, or like the top of the laces of the boot kind of thing. But she's already got a bow for that, so. What's that? And this goes into the hip, right? Yeah. All right, and here she is in all of her splendid glory. Let me get the camera down here. All right, Magatsuki, complete. Oh, that's right, the camera's upside down. Oh, that's not gonna work for that one. Okay, then let's lift her up here. There we go. She's complete. We'll do some touch-up paint, and I said she has the option. She has the optional. She has the optional. What's the word I want? Hair part. So I could give her that more Empress style look rather than the cowl, but I'm really liking how that turned out. That looks pretty awesome to me. I'm pretty happy with that. With the red, that cowl just really sets that off. Let's move that over to the white so you can actually get a better look at that. So yeah, that's what we ended up with. So we got the little glowing Sith-like eyes with the yellow and purple. I don't think, there it goes. It's gonna autofocus for me a little bit. So shaky though. The tattered skirting, the cowl, the beam sickles. Very, very happy with how she's turned out. I said I'll probably do a little bit of something here for the Jedi just to kind of make her not look so plain. I got decaling to do, detail point, some touch up. But yeah, very, very happy with Sith. She came out really nice. So probably post some pictures to that, to the Facebook group or to the Facebook studio page before I actually get into doing detail stuff, and that'll actually complete the Magatsuki Sith girl build. I kind of jumped ahead to finish her because I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to finish doing here with the Jedi, but she will be. I think she's probably going to get. I think I'm probably going to give her the. What's the word I want? I think I'm probably going to give her the front skirt little sash that comes in here. I don't think I'll give her any body armor. I want to keep her pretty light. Just the boots. I don't know.Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's probably. She's probably gonna be kept fairly simple. I may give her the belts, just the 2 blue belts coming up, just to add some blue to the midsection there. But she's not getting the chest armor. I want to keep her with like that wrap across the breasts. I might I might give her a shoulder armor, just the inner piece without the peg and the like pauldron, the samurai pauldron. I might just give her just the little wing protector there. And I don't think she's going to get a crest. I think I'm going to keep her head crest simple. I might give her a blue dot up there. Just give her a little piece of runner like I was talking about for the mono eye. I might give her something here at the top of the boot and this little peg. You know, basically I'll fill all the peg holes, probably on both girls. Even Magatsuki here, the Sith, I'll probably fill this peg hole here with a red dot or a gold. I might actually, gold would probably look pretty good, a little gold button like this one. And then I'll probably paint that gold there. And then there's actually a gold accent line right there. A detail line that I will probably paint gold if there's not a decal for that. But I'm probably going to give her some tattoos on her body to match her face. Again, she does have some decals there on her face for tattoos. I'll probably give her something on her ribs, maybe something on her arms. She might give her a tramp stamp if I can find a spot. You won't really see it, so maybe I won't. I could maybe modify this belt piece actually, since I won't be putting it in there. I could probably file that down, make it flat, cut this top part off, and just have it just be this little piece here. Sorry, I guess that's not rolling film. But I could probably zip this whole section off and just have it be this little piece here. I might do that, clean that up. Maybe I'll give her a piece of cloth that I can maybe insert in here to kind of bring the skirt around, maybe hide half of this cheek here on this side, and just have maybe part of this cheek be exposed. But yeah, so we're there. We're going to, like I said, I'll take some time to finish them up, and I'll post what I've got so far on Facebook there on the studio page, and we'll definitely be looking forward to seeing these girls be finished. But we're getting there. We're almost there. I think for now I'm going to call it the end of this stream, and yeah, we'll see you guys all next time. Again, General, thanks for popping in for a bit there. I don't know if my stream is having issues and it's not being broadcast. It says it's live, so it should be fine. Might be getting some oopsie, or if you had to take off or whatever. But again, thanks for coming, and we'll see you guys next time. I don't know when that'll be exactly. I might do some of the detail stuff, or if I'm going to do something special here and I have the time, I'll pop up, get the stream going again, and go from there. All right. Well, thanks. We'll talk to you later. Have a great day. Oh, can't stop the stream if my mouse is timed out. Cool. Perfect. There we go.